All right, guys. Good morning. Mr. G here with a special Crossout episode today. Today I'm not bringing you coffee. Today I'm bringing you Gromek today. And did I say your name correct? Because I've always wondered, when I first started, I called you Gromek999 and everyone was like, Mr. G. It's not that. It's Gromek. So on the show today we have...
That's right.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Gromek999 and I do a lot of videos on Crossout.
You do.
And memes.
We have some questions for you. Some of these coming from subs. Most of these coming from me. As a fellow YouTuber, when did you start? What was your first video, man, that you did on the YouTubes?
Well, that's actually funny because you can't find my first video on my current channel right now. I actually have a few other older channels that I don't use anymore.
Oh,
I don't even remember the password. I don't even remember the passwords to them. But my first video was uploaded 6 years ago.
Oh dang, man, that's old. What was it? Can you tell us what it was?
It was a let's play of a game. I wasn't even speaking. It was just me playing a game, and I think it has like 66 views to this day.
All right, fair enough. Okay, on to the next one. Here's a biggie. Did you start first with RoboCraft or Crossout? I'm guessing you started on RoboCraft first, right?
Yes, that's correct. RoboCraft was what kind of set me going for what I wanted to do in YouTube and what started getting an audience. I started out just doing some small short parody videos on some RoboCraft, and that seemed to gather some attention because not a lot of people were doing that.
I'm guessing as soon as you found a game where you could build things, that Gromek was born, and we have what we have today. All right, how would you compare both of those games, RoboCraft and Crossout? How would you compare those two?
I do think they have a pretty similar audience. It's not hard to find people who play both games. Although the games they have certain advantages. I do think Crossout is for a more mature audience, and RoboCraft has leaned a lot more towards a casual audience over the past few years, which also in turn has alienated a lot of people playing the game.
Yeah, it seems like their community's gotten a lot smaller over the last year or so, which is a shame. Have you ever played Scrap Mechanic? Have you ever done that one? It seems similar genre.
I don't think I have, but I've certainly heard about it.
My students tell me that I should play that one, but I've not tried it yet either. Okay, well now we're going to get more into Crossout. So we're going to start with a big one. If you could change anything about Crossout, what would it be?
I would want Clan Wars to be more accessible. Because right now, Clan Wars is very much the rich get richer. Because to get in a competitive clan, you need to already be competitive. But it's hard to be competitive if you haven't spent a lot of money in it. Right. And not a lot of people have the time or money to do that. I was very lucky that when early on, I was actually accepted into Howl, which was currently the top tier clan. And I didn't even have any competitive build, but they allowed me to be in there mostly because I think they kind of recognized me and I saw I had some potential. And from that, I got a lot of uranium coins and then started going on and getting me some competitive knowledge and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems like because of that, like relic weapons are basically off the table for anyone that's not competitive in Clan Wars, which is a shame that a whole part of the game.
Unless you boost yourself with some real life money, you're not gonna expect to get a relic at all, in my opinion. And it's a bit sad. I think it's too inaccessible. And now there's relic machine gun coming up.
Oh man, that's going to be a divisive when that drops.
And if it is going to be as I expect it to be, which is a direct upgrade to other machine guns, I think that's going to be pretty sad because it's just...
Machine guns are one of the easiest weapons to use. As someone who's not great at Crossout, I can attest they are easy mode sometimes.
And at that point, if it is stronger, then it would be a pay-to-win weapon. Unless
we'll have to save it.
Unless it has some very specific perk that differentiates it. Because like the current relic weapons are so different from other weapons.
That's true.
Like the Porcupine is not like any other weapon, and that's why I think
Porcupine.
They're different.
I hate it so much, but I love it too.
Upgrades.
Yeah, they're in their own ballpark. They're kind of funny.
But that's the problem with the relic machine gun. It's currently it doesn't look like much other than just a better machine gun.
Okay, we're gonna steer away from Crossout for just a bit because I want to ask you, what do you feel your best video of all time is and why?
Oh, I have a lot of.
I know, but you gotta pick one. Pick one.
Yeah. Well.
Is it the slam dunk? Slam dunk?
No, I think we're going a little bit older here. I have a video called Day of the Warp Drive. It's an old Robocraft video. It's a bit of a story behind it, which is why I like it so much. I had an old build called Too Fast, Too Quick, which used some angular momentum to make a really fast, small vehicle with some Teslas on it, so you could like tear people apart. Then one day, FreeGen released an update that broke the speed mechanics.
Nice.
And then a friend of mine invented a build that basically went above the speed limit and went super duper fast. And for that one day, we would have this super buggy, incredibly fast build, and it was fixed the day after. And
oh man, you gotta send me the link to this, and maybe I can slap it in the video, and we can take a look at that.
Yeah, you can take some clips of that.
Next question: how much time a day do you spend looking at memes?
Well, a lot. I spend a lot of my days just watching YouTube. There's a lot of YouTubers that I'm inspired by, that I draw inspirations from it. So I would say a lot.
Okay, right on, man. We're going to end with some Crossout questions, and we're going to wrap this up. So we were talking about the Relic machine gun just a bit ago. What do you feel like besides Relic weapons? What are your favorite weapons in Crossout?
I've always been a fan of the Tsunami.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
really like the playstyle. I do currently think it's a bit oppressive in the meta. A lot of people use it with spider legs, but I still think it's a very fun weapon to use. It has great punch. It's good sounds. It feels good to use.
God, I would like some more cannon weapons. I'm not gonna lie. Anything. I just love cannons. I love them so much.
Oh,
I can't aim with them very well, but I still love them. All right, least.
New cannons, please. Yes.
Yeah, we want it. You hear that? Gromek and I both want new cannons. So, Gaijin, if you're listening, we want them. Your least favorite weapon in Crossout, or weapons?
Least favorite weapon. Let me see if I can even remember what weapons there are.
Got you. You probably don't use it if it's your least favorite, but I guess for me it's probably porcupines. I hate them. I just can never make them work. I know you've done it with fusion and you've made it work, and we'll talk about fusions here in a minute. You have no weapon that you just hate?
My least favorite weapon is the blue rapier.
Oh God, me too.
It's
DPS is garbage.
New players use a lot of new players use it and think it's all right. And you can snipe people, but it's so outclassed by any other blue weapon, and
it does no damage.
It's like it costs 4 energy, and it needs radiators, which is horrible.
It's awful.
It leaves no space for any freedom.
Buff it, Gaijin. Buff it. It's terrible. Nobody likes it. Nobody wants it.
I think it needs. I think it needs some changes because.
Okay, I'm glad you said the word changes, because I want to ask you how you feel about upcoming hover changes.
Horrible. Definitely horrible.
What do you hate in particular? What do you really think they're breaking, and what they should have done?
Well, with the current changes, we haven't seen if they're trying to do something else, but they're trying to slow down hovers, and I don't like that, because hovers are supposed to be fast and glass cannons, and that's why I like to play them, because they're fast, and it's a big contrast to wheels. And with the current changes that we saw on the test server, they want to go more with more hovers and a bit slower pace.
Giant flying battleships.
Why would you use hovers then? Why not just use the legs? They're just way more durable.
Yeah, or Bigfoots.
Especially with the durability nerf, which is massive. Horrible change.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna have to wait for it to play out, but yeah, I don't know what it feels like. We'll see.
I know a lot of people who would definitely quit the game if it went through as is.
Oh man, there's people on both sides, man. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. And while we're talking about builds, one of my subscribers wanted me to ask you, what's the dumbest thing people have ever asked you to build that you actually built?
Oh, there's a lot of dumb things people tell me. Every new video with a new build, people will suggest something to change with it.
Oh yeah, always. Someone has a great idea.
I can't remember, but the most recent one is the Reaper helicopter. People like suggesting to put a mandrake on it.
God.
And the problem with that is they don't realize, like, first of all, it costs 8 energy.
Yeah.
It's massive and weighs a ton. So how the heck am I gonna get it into the air let alone fire from it without getting knocked out of the sky because of the massive recoil. Like,
yeah, there's always that one guy in the comments who's like, he's like, I know a way to make this build way better. Let me tell you.
The funny thing is, it's been suggested a lot. Like, oh, you gotta put a mandrake on it. Like,
it's not happening.
Does nobody consider the physical limitations here?
I mean, if anyone could do it, it would be you. But yeah, that was probably impossible. And while we're talking about
theoretically possible, but it would have to be a lot of people combining together. Because
speaking of people combining together, favorite fusion build you've ever been in or done yourself of all time? Go.
Oh, that's a hard one. I do like. I think my visually favorite one is the angled porcupine.
Oh, that was a good one.
It was both very fun and different compared to the other ones.
I think that may be the only time I've seen porcupines work. Yeah, you do make good looking builds, but that's the only time I think I've seen porcupines and went, oh, that's an effective weapon. I want to use it.
Oh, porcupines are amazing.
I'm so bad with them.
I just think you're playing them a bit wrong.
God, I've so many videos playing them wrong in different ways.
I have a few porcupine spider builds that do insanely.
Okay.
Not against all builds, but
you have some that work.
Dominate matches. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got one more question for you, and then I'm done. Do you look anything like your avatar at all, or is that image a complete lie?
Skin tone is correct. Hair color is mostly correct.
Okay.
And generally, I'm pretty skinny in real life, so got that going for it. And I do like blue. Blue is my favorite color, which is why it's also prominent in my pic. So I would say it represents me pretty nicely as a cartoonish version of me.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you sit down and answering some questions for me. And
you're welcome.
Hopefully you can teach me how to do porcupine builds later. I'm going to have to catch you later, guys. So that's it. Make sure if you haven't subscribed to this guy's channel, you probably already are. And I will catch you guys later. Mr. G and Gromek999 out.
See you.